Good morning, ma'am. We will discuss our um, PowerPoint presentation. It is all about the other laws relevant to the teaching profession. So first law is Republic Act number 6728, also known as Government Assistance to Students and Teachers in Private Education Act. Next is Republic Act number 8545. It is also known as Expanded Government Assistance to Students and Teachers in Private Education Act. Then in lesson two, um, number one, next law is Republic Act number 9710, the Magna Carta of Women. The Republic Act number 9262, Anti-Violence Against Women and Their Children Act of 2004, and the Republic Act number 7877, Anti-Sexual Harassment Act of 1995. So the next presenter is Mr. Marlo Cansancio.
Yes. The next is the Republic Act number 8491, Flag and Heraldic Code of the Philippines. Then a service teacher or PST can explore the provision and Republic Act of 8491 or the Flag and Heraldic Code of Philippines and discuss how one of the contribute of enforcement of the law. The introduction of the Article 5, Section 1 of the Philippines Constitution states that it shall be the duty of the citizen to be loyal to the Republic and to honor the Philippine flag. Every Filipino is duty bound to respect every object that exemplifies our national identity.
Okay, so um, Republic Act number 10533 and Republic Act number 10157. So one of the most debate reforms in the Philippines education is the enactment of Republic Act number 10533, also known as Enhanced Basic Educations Act of 2013. Okay, so Republic Act number 10533, Republic Act number 10533, also known as what I have said, Enhanced Basic Education Act of 2003 was approved by President Benigno S. Aquino III on May 15, 2013 and become effective on June 4, 2013. An act enhancing Philippine basic education system by strengthening its curriculum and increasing the number of years for basic education. So Republic Act number 10533, kindergarten and 12 years basic educations, 6 years of primary educations, 4 years of junior high school, and 2 years of senior high school. So Republic Act 10533, sections 2, declaration of policy, by keeping abreast with the requirements of the 21st century, the K-12 program is deemed necessary to provide sufficient time for first, the concept of skill and skills. Second, develop lifelong learners. Third, the tertiary education. And fourth, the middle level skills development. And then next, it is the employment, of course. And then the last is the entrepreneurship. Okay, so Republic Act number 10553, strengthening early childhood education's universal kindergarten. Kindergarten education has become a prerequisite to entertaining grade 1 among Filipino learners. At age 5, children start schooling and given the opportunity slowly adjust to formal education as stated in Section 4 and Republic Act 10533. Okay, so the second is making the curriculum relevant to learners, contextualizations, and enhancement. So learning activities are contextualized and indigenized to make lesson relevant to learners. So local culture, history, and reality are integrated in the curriculum as stated in section 5, curriculum development. Okay, so number 3, building proficiency and through language, mother tongue-based multilingual educations. So mother tongue is used as a medium instructions for grade 1 to grade 3, teaching and learning using the mother tongue lays the foundation for learners to learn Filipino and English according to Section 5 curriculum development. Okay, so Republic Act number 1053, number 4, ensuring integrated and seamless learning spiral progression to ensure mastery of knowledge and skills subjects such as biology, geometry, earth science, chemistry, and algebra are taught from simplest concept to more complicated concept through grade level. This approach is called spiral progression. And then number 5, gearing up for the future senior high school. Additional 2 years, making up the upper secondary education or senior high school was established based on their interest and aptitude. Each senior high school students may choose among 4 tracks, namely academic, technical, vocational, livelihood, sports and art, and design. Okay, so number 6, nurturing the holistically developed Filipino college and livelihood readiness 21st century skills. Every graduates of the K-12 program will be equipped with the following. First, information, media, and technology skills, of course. And then second, learning and innovation skills. And then third, effective communication skills. And then fourth is life and career skills. Okay, so we're here in Republic Act number 10157, Kindergarten Education Act. So Republic Act number 10157 or the Kindergarten Education Act was approved on January 20, 2012 by President Benigno S. Aquino III. Some of these highlights of this law are as follows. First, institutionalization of kindergarten education as a part of basic education and compulsory for entering grade 1. And then second, adoptions of mother tongue. Okay, so Republic Act number 10931. Okay, so also known as Universal Access to Quality Tertiary Education Act. Article 2, Section 13 of 1987 Philippines Constitution states that the states recognize the vital role of youth in nations building, shall promote and protect their physical, moral, spiritual, and intellectual and social well-being. Okay, so the programs covers all Filipino students who are either currently enrolled or shall enroll in any state universities or local universities in the Philippines as long as they qualify the admissions and retention requirements of the school. So the priority of beneficiaries for the tertiary education subsidy or test are continuing scholars in the state universities, State University College, effective 2018 to 2019 students who are part of the household included Listahan 2.0, ranked according to the estimated per capita household income, and students not part of the Listahan 2.0 rank according to an estimated per capita household income based on submitted documentation of proof of income to be determined by the UNIFAS board.
So thank you for your discussion. So now I will start to question all of you and I will rumble you the question. First is our question is Sheena Binan.
Yes po, madam.
So your topic is about other laws relevant to the teaching profession. So first question is, how does the government provide assistance the private school based on Republic Act number 6728 and Republic Act number 8545?
Okay, madam. The government provide assistance to private schools based on Republic Act number 6728 and Republic Act number 8545, or known as the Government Assistance to Students and Teachers in Private Education, or GASPE. So this act gave many poor students the opportunity to avail the quality education in private schools by providing financial assistance and through tuition fees supplement and the education service contracting scheme. That's all po. Thank you.
Okay, so our next question is Mr. Marlo. Your first question is, as a teacher, how can you instill in hearts, in your learners, the value of nationalism and patriotism?
Yes po, madam. As a teacher, it is a part of a duty to help instill in the minds and hearts of our learners the value of nationalism and patriotism. As stated in Article 2, Section 1 of the Code of Ethics for Professional Teachers, the school the schools are nurseries uh, of the citizens of the state. Each teacher is a trustee of the cultural and educational heritage of the nation and is under obligation to transmit uh, to learners such as heritage as well as to elevate national morality, promote national pride, cultivate love of country, instill allegiance to the Constitution and respect for all duly constituted authorities, and promote obedience to the laws of the state. That's
Okay,
all po,
thank
madam.
you, Mr. Marlo. So next is Mr. Disreal. Your question number one is, what does RA 10533 do in our educational system, and how important is it?
Okay, so an act enhancing the Philippine basic um, education system by strengthening its curriculum and increasing the number of years for basic education. So for the purpose of this act is the state shall create a functional basic education system that will develop productive and responsible citizen equipped with essential competence, skills, and values.
So thank you for the answer, Mr. Yusril. So the next question is back to you, Mr. Marlo Cansancio. Your second question is, every Filipino is duty bound to respect every object that exemplifies our national identity. What are the object what we are about to respect?
Uh, every Filipino is duty to bound to respect every object that amplifies our national identity. The 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 object that amplifies our national identity that we are going to respect is our national flag, anthem, national motto, and other heraldic items and devices shall at all times be accorded with reverence and respect. That's all, madam.
Okay, so back to you, Miss Sheena May. So your second question is, what qualification are required for the applicants of the government's programs of assistance as stipulated in Republic Act number 67228 and Republic Act number 8545?
So the qualifications required for the applicants of the government's programs as assistance are must be a Filipino citizen, student whose income are below the poverty line, and accommodate by public educational institution due to lack of facilities po.
Okay, so it's already just real now. So just real, your question is, okay, so back to you, Mr. Marlo. Your third question is, what is Republic Act number 810 or localization law was passed into law during the term of President Fidel V. Ramos and Mr. Armin A. Luistro as Secretary of the Department of Education?
The Republic Act number 8190 localization law was passed by law during the term of Fidel V. Ramos and Brother Armin A. Luestro as Secretary of the Department of Education. This law is provides that in the appointment or assignment of teachers to public schools um, and other learning centers with vacant teaching position, priority shall be given to the bona fide residents or uh, the teacher who are in that kind of that barangay or municipality, city or province where the school is located. So in that one, the no particular order provided that the teachers possess all the qualification for the position as required by law and deep in orders. That's all, madam.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Marlo. So back to you, Mr. Yusril. So your second question is, what is the importance of Kindergarten Education Act?
Okay, so the importance of Kindergarten Education Act, Republic Act RA 10157, otherwise known as the Kindergarten Education Act, provides that the curriculum is designed to cater to the needs of the learners with special needs or children who are gifted, those with the disabilities, and other diverse learners by adapting service in addition to the standards provided, such as Head Start program for the gifted, early intervention program for children with disabilities, early intervention program for children with disabilities, and a kindergarten madrasa program or KMT, indigenous people or yung tawag nila na IP education and catch-up program for children under special difficulties circumstances. That's all, ma'am.
Okay, so okay, Sheena, your third question is, what amendments to RA 6728 are made by Republic Act number 8545?
So RA 6728 as amended by RA 8545, other known as the Expanded Government Assistance to Students and Teachers in Private Education Act. So it is aiding students and teachers in their financial needs and to enable the students continue their education and the teachers to further develop their professional skills. So the RA 8545 expanded the coverage of the students beneficiaries, expanded the students assistance, teachers salary subsidy fund, and in service training fund, and many more. I think that's all, ma'am.
Okay. So, so Mr. Marlowe, so this is your fourth question. So, what is the recent practice if you are a local resident that have vacant teaching position in the Philippines?
In the recent practice in our government, if you are a local resident, then there is a vacant teaching possessions near in your residence. You have given a prioritize in the appointment to any vacant teaching position in the Philippines. This gives opportunity for teachers applicants to work close to their residencies and assures that the teachers possess a better understanding of the context of the school community where they are working. That's all po, madam.
Okay. So, Mr. Gisril, your next question is, do you consider the implementation of the Kindergarten Education Act and Enhanced Basic Education Act of 2013 important? Why?
Okay, so um, okay, so all of these Republic Act are the new educational system, which is the international standard. So as we can observe in the other country, so uh, nakuha nila yung international standard. So for me, it is why it is yes, because it gave students an opportunity to receive quality education that is globally competitive based on pedagogical sound curriculum that is par with international standards. That's all.
So, Miss Sheena, back to you again. Your fourth question is, should women and children be given equal rights and protection by Philippines laws? Why?
Yes, madam. So women and children should be given equal rights and protection because all human beings are equal to in dignity and have rights to live and must have the freedom to do what they want, to choose their dream jobs or decide their own future, and they should also be given protection against abusive people or and oppressors. That's all, madam.
Okay. So this is the last question to all of you. So your last question, back to you again, Marlo, Mr. Marlo. So in Article 5, Section 1 of the Philippine Constitution states, what is this?
The Article 5, Section 1 of the Philippine Constitution states that it shall be the duty of the citizen to be loyal to the Republic and to honor the Philippine flag, to defend the state and contribute to its development and welfare, to uphold the Constitution and obey the laws, and to cooperate with the duly constituted authorities in the attainment and preservation of a just and orderly society. It is therefore our obligation as a Filipinos to treat with utmost reverence and affection everything that defines our national identity and act accordance to what is mandated by the laws. That's all po,
Okay,
madam.
thank you, Mr. Marlo. So next is Miss Sheena, and last is Mr. Distril. So your last question, Miss Sheena, what acts under Philippine laws constitute violence against women and children?
So the physical or acts including the bodily or physical harm, sexual abuse, or any act which is sexual in nature, psychological harm, or to cause mental or emotional and economic abuse po, madam.
Thank you, Miss Sheena. So Mr. Distril, this is your last question. Why does the Philippines need the K-12 education system?
Okay, so why does need so? We all know that Filipino are known to be competitive in international community. However, our current education system hinders us from becoming even more competitive. So that is necessary needs talaga in our country in the Philippines. First, sufficient instructional time. With executive education, students will have sufficient instructions time for subject-related tasks, making them more prepared in every subject area. And then second, why it is needs? Seconds, more active role in the learning process. So the Invision K-12 curriculum is designed to be learner-centered, which will greatly encourage students to be more engaged in their learning process, because the learning is focused on individual preference of each students. The process acquired new information. And then lastly, more why it is needs more skilled and competent graduates. Another reasons to support K-12 education is because the graduates of this program, K-12, is seen to be more prepared to enter the real world. High school graduates of the 10 years curriculum were not yet employable since they were not well equipped enough for the workplace. In addition, high school graduates of the 10 years curriculum of the are not yet 18 years of age. So with the new curriculum, senior high school students can specialize in field that they are interested in. So that's why it is needs talaga the K-12 program in the Philippines.
Okay, so thank you for the time and congrats everyone.
Thank you, then Madam.